Yeah, okay, thanks. Welcome to my recording again. And now in Saturday night, I want to continue again to practice speaking and reading in English. And for today, the topic is the best code is the code you don't have to write. Morning, Olivia. Olivia, good morning, Can I ask you something? Of course. Do you enjoy writing code? I love it. Me too. I had a feeling you would. Then why did you reject my pull request yesterday? I'm serious, I know. You left one comment. Do you remember it? Yes. What did I write? Do we need this code? Yeah, exactly. At first I thought it was a strange question. Why? Because I had already written it. That doesn't answer the questions. You're right. Tell me what the code does. It checks whether the employee is active. Okay. Then it checks whether the employee belongs to the selected department. Go on. Then it checks whether the employee's shift match the selected shift. Anything else? No. Then where does the employee data come from? The database. Can the database do filtering? Yes. Then why are you doing it in PHP? Oh, exactly. I didn't even think about that. That's normal. I was so focused on making it work, and it did work. So why change it? Because we're asking the application to work. The database already knows how to do. So my solution wasn't wrong. No. Yes, unnecessary. That's a better word. I see. Sometimes the best improvement, yeah, is deleting code. Deleting code? Yeah, absolutely. That feels backward. Why? Because I always thought more code means more progress. Let me ask you something. Sure. Can code have bugs? Of course. Can code require maintenance? Yes. Can code become outdated? Evidently. Then every extra line has a cost. I never thought of code as having cost. Every line is something someone has to understand later. And can I ask you another question? Go ahead. How do you know when code is unnecessary? I ask myself three questions. What are they? First, okay, does this solve a real problem? Make sense? Second, yeah, can an exciting feature already do this? Interesting. Third, gone. Can I make this simpler? Those are good questions. They've saved me many hours. Yesterday I created a helper functions forward to format employee names. Okay, it had 25 line of code. 25? Yes. What did it finally return? The employee's full name. Did Laravel already have something similar? After searching, yeah, I found a built-in method. How many lines did it take? One. How did you feel? A little embarrassed. Then B. Why not? Now you'll remember to check the documentation first. That's true. Can I tell you a story, please? 1 years ago, I wrote a utility class. What did it do? It handled jet formatting. Sounds useful. I was very proud of it. I can imagine. A week later, yeah. Mm-hmm. teammate saw me a built-in library. Oh no, exactly. How much code did you delete? Almost 400 lines. 400? Yes, that must have hurt for about 5 minutes. Then what? Then I feel relieved. Relief? What you mean? Let's go to maintain. Let's go to test. Exactly. Let's go to debug. Now you're thinking like an engineer. Sometimes I feel attached to my code. That's natural. And I spend hours writing it. I know. Deleting it feels like wasting time. But the time really was. Maybe not. And what did you gain? And what did you gain? Experience. Exactly. And a better solutions. That's what's matter. Can I ask one last question? Of course. If deleting code is sometimes good, yes, why don't we always write less code? Because less isn't the goal. Then what is? The simple solution that clearly solves the problem. Simple but not incomplete. Exactly. Readable but not over-engineered. Perfect. Maintainable but not unnecessarily complex. That's the balance we're looking for. I think I understand now. Tell me, writing code isn't always the achievement. Go on. Sometimes removing code is absolutely because the best code. Yeah. Is the code you don't have to write exactly, and one function at them. Yeah, one function at them. One improvement at them. Yeah, one improvement at them. One simplification at them. Yeah, one simplification at them, and one meaningful line of code at them. Of course, one meaningful line of code at them. Okay, thank you for the um 55 lesson. Today I present which one principle can um more listening but need more experience to really to understand that the sentence is the best code is the code you don't have to write. This is not meaning developer too lazy to writing code, and the mean is use feature built-in framework you have already. And I have one sentence and I like is every line is something someone has to understand later. For me, it is good and I like it. Maybe for today is enough and thank you.